That's his child. Yeah, Brie kept saying she was gonna cut it into a mullet to match her P3 anyways. I don't understand why. And even if she wasn't, it doesn't matter. That's his child. The child's over the age of 1. Not that you can't cut it before 1, but typically we try to say that. The hair is ultra short. They're like, oh, that was fast. Like, oh my god, her barber did this. Guys have, it's not like it was a girl. Guys have short haircuts all of the time. I think he cut it for the same reason he cut his. That would make a lot of sense, Unbothered. And now he matches his dad. I don't see the problem with it. And people have to get, like, yeah, exactly, Quibi. People have to get out of this whole thing of being in people's business so much to where they're pissed he got his child's haircut. Who cares? I'm literally confused on why that would be absolutely anybody's business. Also, he gets to keep the baby hair. Yeah, exactly. It's his child. He gets to do it. Now, before anyone comes and says, oh, well, you said something about Brie doing it. I did. Because Brie does not have any type of custody, nothing. She has visitation and that's it. It would be one thing if she said, oh, I would like to take him to get his first haircut, and she communicated that with John, and they set that up. She didn't. She says, I'm going to take him to get a matching haircut to Santos, when Santos can't even be around the baby. Santos can't, he's that bad to where Judge says, no, you can't even be in the car for a pickup and a drop-off. You can't even come over when the kid's asleep. You're not allowed around the child at all. And she wants to take him to get his haircut to match that? Absolutely not. So, John, good for you. I'm proud of you. And that's that. I think it's more so the way Brie made it sound like he didn't ask her when he doesn't have to. Oh, so it's Brie that's mad at him. Look at that. Thank you, Susan. Thank you. So Brie's pissed that he got his haircut. Is that what I'm understanding? Yeah, babies don't really, especially that age, if they don't want their hair cut or their hair combed out all the time, and it's a boy, why not cut it off? I think Santos is in Texas and just pre-recorded. I believe nothing they said. Brie's the one that made it known. I was wondering, I was like, I hadn't seen anything. Brie, first of all, then Brie, you can't even say, well, he doesn't communicate with me if you know he got his hair cut. I can't either, Amber's. I don't understand. It's Brie and her clan mad about it. Well, suck a lollipop. He could have consulted with her first. He doesn't have to, though. He could have, but he doesn't have to. She has no rights to the child. She has visitation. That's it. He doesn't have to consult with her first or ask permission. She would have to. Absolutely. She would have to. But let's not... Hey. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Thank you, guys. Let's not forget... She has been coming on and basically, tormenting him. He's going to get his haircut. I'm going to get him a matching haircut with Santos. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff. No, that's not okay. I can't stand her, but at the end of the day, they're both his parents. I agree with you 100% on that. And I think once they can work to a situation to where they can co-parent together, I think that would be... a commendable thing. They're not there. She does not ask permission or consult with him with anything she does with Baby W, and she's actually required to do so. So at this point, I think it was best. If not, I'm sure he would have, okay. I'm sure he would have just stressed the whole time thinking, oh my God, is she giving my son a And also, you guys, let's not forget, 2K's a barber. I don't know if he cut his own child's hair, but he's a barber. So having that opportunity to do so, it would have been amazing. Okay, Nikki. Wait, what the heck just happened? One you sent me is unavailable. Oh, she's blocked. Does she not like me or something? Let me see. Tea time alerts. Does she not like me? At least he told her it was done before she saw him. Yeah. Absolutely, boys. Yeah. Tea time. Yeah, it's blocked. I can't see her stuff. So. Oh, so he did cut his hair? Absolutely. It should have been no other way then. Yeah, 2K cut his hair. Thank you, Mesli. Level 5. It should have been no other way. Right? What was you? Oh, my girl. She wanted income. The checker player. What? Right. She want everything she's doing right now, or that she's going to be doing with Baby W, is purely monetary gain. I had to train my 6-month-old hair because he would sweat so bad. Yeah, that is very true. I know. But hey, that's the name. He cut it like his. I love it then. Listen, I haven't seen it and I love it. And again, being a barber, like, why would you want anyone else to do it? Crazy. It's cute. I sent it to you. Okay, let me look real fast down. Hold on. Not me almost out of my favorite color of. Oh, I am out of my favorite color of lip gloss. She's playing checkers. He's playing chess. Oh, no, I'm not. Just kidding. She said, oh, I'm going to get Baby W's haircut in a mullet. This is the fucking early 90s. Just like my little boyfriend. 2K said, oh, you are? Checkmate, bitch. I'll cut it for you. Just kidding. I haven't been on. I haven't seen if there's been any drama. Yeah, 2K is always a step ahead, and he did exactly what was right, in my opinion. Okay, let's look. See what Donna sent me. Here we go. Bada boop. Yeah, this person is, even if you guys send me the video from somebody that has me blocked, I can't see it. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, I have her blocked. Why do I have her blocked? Why would I have blocked? I don't know how to block people. She must have been talking shit about me at some time and point. No, it still says it's unavailable. Is this one? Hold on. Oh my God, stop it. Oh, I don't show. You guys have all seen it though, but oh my God, he's so cute. Oh my God, I love it. Wait. Oh, this is her talking shit. Hold on. Winter and mommy time this week. Woohoo, I'm ready to see my bald baby. Hold on, let me rewind. I didn't notice it. That I was so okay. So she said it's put up. A barber did this to his 1.5-year-old son Why shave a baby's head? Because he's a barber and he's his father. Now I'm starting to see why the person was blocked. Got it. And that is a good haircut. What do you mean? Like, who are you to who are any of us to question why a barber and a father would cut their hair? So I see that that's probably why this person was blocked, because they're a Brie, you know. But let's keep watching. Why shave a baby's head? Why is it your business? Question. You act like he's a baby, like he, just made his entrance and no, he's 1.5. Right? And especially if he had so much hair, especially if he doesn't like his hair being combed, or why would you not? Yeah, he's a toddler now. So, again, anyways, let's finish. 2K showing off W's hair. My son got the best hair. So this is 2K. Yeah, I'll do this one. Dookie doo cubido face. Why shave a baby's head? Like I said, because he can, because he's the dad. Okay, and then it says, W and mommy time this week. Woohoo! I'm ready to see my bald baby. Why would you even make that statement? I'm ready to see my bald baby. I'm just ready to see my child. You wanted to give him a mullet. Buck has a mullet. Let's see. His dad cut his hair off. LMFO. He did. Oh, hold on, let me see what this is. Literally chopped it off. IDKY. And then this is the comment, says, Brie, what did John do to W's hair? I feel so sorry for you have to deal with that. Did he consult you first? Who does that to a baby? He's a toddler. Again, listen. Well, I don't have to deal with these idiots. He's a toddler. It was ready. It was time for him to have a haircut instead of just having crazy hair all over the place. Especially if he's one that doesn't like it cut. Baby W curls were beautiful. She says, I know, I love playing with his curls. When did you do that? When did you play with his curls? I'm just out of pure curiosity. During the 2 hours? I mean, you see him an average about 10 hours a month. So, and for those of you just coming in, just in case, he didn't just shave the baby bald. He gave the baby a haircut, and it's freaking adorable. Let me go back to finish blocking. Let me block this individual again. Yeah. I don't know why she was blocked to begin with, but there we go. I'm sure his hair was in his eyes. It is so hot in Texas. Yeah. They need to. I will never forget when when baby daddy, hasn't 2K also said he's kind of sensory sensitive. Yeah. Which is another thing, especially if his hair's in his eyes and whatnot, he's sweating, whatever. I know with Trey, he had the most beautiful long, his hair was like down to here, and he had these big beautiful curls. And I came home from work one day, and his hair was, he's not a barber, love you BD, but you're not a barber, and he just shaved it bald. I thought that was it. That was it. But here we are, all these years later. He's fine. But again, and let's not forget, 2K is his dad, 2K is a barber, and 2K has full, sole, legal, physical custody of his child. He doesn't have to ask. It's nobody else's business that has a problem with it. It's nobody's business. So there's that on that. We can move along. Does anyone know why Santos has been in the hospital bleeding from different body parts about every day this week? Exactly. Hair grows back. Any procedures need to have permission? A haircut? No. Not to get a haircut. He fell down the stairs twice. He fell down the stairs with a little assistance, or he fell down the stairs twice, same trip. One was his elbow, right? One was his face or his head or something along those lines. Crazy. 2K has final say on everything that has to do with Baby W. He does not have to consult with Bree on anything. On anything. She has 0 custody, including legal, physical, so nothing. He does not have to consult her about if he's going to go to school or where he goes to school, if he's going to go to daycare. He doesn't have to consult her about what type of medical treatment. If the doctor says, hey, listen, I'm just going to make something up, right? Listen, he has to have his appendix out. I mean, we think that it would be a good idea for him to have his appendix out, but he doesn't have to. 2K by himself gets to make that decision. He does not have to reach out to Bree and say, listen, the doctor said he has this appointment. Or he has, he could get this done, but he doesn't have to. What are your thoughts? He doesn't have to do that. Yeah, she can't pick him up from school. She can't even take him on vacation. She can't do anything. So, and again, I'm so confused on why people's feathers are ruffled, because he cut his child's hair. Absolutely, Christy. She lost those rights to make choices and decisions. Absolutely. All that was because of her behavior. Yeah. Hold on. Can someone explain the passport situation to me better? I thought she had to return her She does have to turn in her passport. I think she doesn't understand that. When my understanding is when she read it, she was like, I don't have to apply for a passport because I already have a passport. No, it clearly states you need to relinquish your passport, and you cannot apply for a passport, an ID, a birth certificate, any type of documents that you need to travel. Now, if it is not turned in, I'm not 100% sure, because again, I'm not in California. I don't know California law, but since she also has the anti-kidnapping order and she has not relinquished her passport, he very well could put in a motion to halt visitation until she turns it in. Yeah, I saw that, Dulcie, that her passport is flagged. She said she got pulled over or got sent to secondary. She got stopped at the border. Yep. I didn't say 2K has to get permission. Bree has to for, yes, Bree has to for everything. Susan, she doesn't know what relinquish means. I know, it's a big word, but she better do it. She gets. Thank you, Riley. You guys with this butterflies, listen. Okay, let me just tell you now before I get to. You guys know I'm with butterflies, but today is the anniversary of my daddy's passing. So I'm a little emotional, and I'm trying to kind of keep it together. I'm going to get through all this, and then if you guys are up for it, I would love to share some pictures and some videos of my crazy old daddy. But it's crazy. It's been 7 years today since I lost my dad. You'd think it would get easier over time, and it just frickin' doesn't. I miss my daddy. I miss my dad. I miss going to baseball games. I miss I just miss it all. If you guys' parents are still alive, even though they may annoy you, please spend time with them when you can. Because the things that really annoy you so much are going to be the things that you miss the most when they're gone. You know what I'm saying? My dad was mostly deaf, and so it took a long time for him to have a conversation. You're going to see that here, and when I get to videos and stuff, I'll do that at the end. And so sometimes we'll be like, come on, Dad, like, let's go. But it took him a long time to process and be able to say it. And what I wouldn't give to sit there for 30 minutes for him just to say, wow, that was a great baseball game, or, you know, whatever it is. So that's why I'm kind of all over today and I'm a little emotional, but we'll get to that at the end. I just wanted to explain to you and let you know. He's right here. He's right by my side. 97. Oh, Jackie, what a blessing. Thank you guys so much. It was tough. I in a year and a half I lost my mom, and then my foster son, which to me he was my son either way, my dog, and my dad in an 18-month period. That scares me. I'm 32 and deaf already. I hope my kids are patient. Thank you, Riley. Listen, honey, hope they're not like me. Do you have a hearing aid? Listen, back in the 70s and 80s, listen, I was a bitch. I was a horrible child. I loved the sound, apparently, of a hearing aid. When you get close to it, it goes beep. At least it did back then. I don't know if it still does, right? So I would start talking to my dad, and my dad reads lips a lot. As I got older, he really knew my tone, but so I would start talking to him, and all of a sudden, he'd be like, and turn his hearing up, and then I would yell, and I'd be like, to the game this week, and he'd be like, and he would turn it down really fast. Or, older cars, you could go in there, and you could turn the windshield wipers on, you could turn the radio all the way up. Now, you can go in there and turn the knob for the volume up, and it doesn't do anything. I'd be like, I'm gonna meet you in the car, Dad. I would go in there. I would push I would have the windshield wipers on, the blinker on, the radio all the way, anything and everything that would turn on and make noise. So he'd get in the car and crank it, and everything would start going. The heat or the AC would be at full. I never got in trouble. Just, listen, a mess. A mess, I tell you. But he loved it. I loved it. He's the best. Okay, we made it through that. Note to self, check volume. Yeah, I don't think cars do that anymore. You know, like back in the day where they would just be blaring. It's not like that now, but oh man, it was the best. It sucked when, though, my older brother used to fold me up in the, you know, those hide-a-bed couches. He would fold me up, and he would sit on the couch, and I could hear my dad, Aunt, where are you? And my brother's just sitting on the couch chilling. I'm down, Daddy, hey, Daddy. My brother's sitting on the couch. I'm suffocating. My dad's like, well, that's where I can't find her anywhere. I'm screaming, but he can't hear me. Listen, a mess, okay? A mess. But we'll go in. I do want to share some stories. We'll go into that later. I do want to make sure I answer everybody's questions, get everybody updated. And so we'll go into family stuff later when it's just that gang. So I'm sure I missed a few questions going into that. What were the questions that we had? Let me see if I can go up. Oh, so many. 4th of July was the best. Oh, how was the, you talking about Baby J? I'm assuming fine. My understanding is he was removed from their custody yesterday. They have since turned off their comments. So yeah. Oh, I was going to check though. Let me check and see if by chance, if I can see if any charges were filed. Because I do know, when I spoke to the detective on Sunday, I don't know who has them, nor would that be anything that they would release to me. And even if they did release to me, that would not be an information I would put out to public. The twin sister. I don't know about that. I mean, possibly, I don't know. I don't know why they would put the baby with somebody who is due to have a baby at any moment. Scotia, that's how we were just talking about them. My understanding is the baby was removed on Monday. Yeah, I know she has a twin sister, but she's very pregnant, like 36 weeks, due any day. So it would be odd to place the baby there. Yes, that's right, Carrie. Thank you for reminding me. Tap the screen, send your daily heart me. You guys never have to give me, but if you like to, please feel free to do so. No, you're fine. I don't know. I'm looking up. So, okay. So my understanding is the original charge, remember when she had got bailed out, is that was for a DV, not for any charge on the child, because he had not released the video yet. The police did not have that video or know anything about it when I reached out to them. They were like, wait, what? What did you just say? And so I sent them the video, still pictures, and verification of the DM that she sent, where she stated that she has a plan to take him out the minute she's left alone with him. So that could bump up a lot of charges. Okay, just a second, honey. That could potentially bump up a lot of charges if they're going to charge with anything, right? Instead of it just being child abuse, it could potentially be attempted, maybe, we don't know, premeditated, conspiracy. I mean, there's so many different charges that it could be. I just don't know what it is that what they are. And again, I provide that information, I report it to them. They're not in my state, so it's not like they're going to report back to me. If it was somebody in my state, then I would easily be able to get that information. So, let's see. Angel, you haven't even requested, love. I'm supposed to bring you up. She says she's going to have him from the 24th to the 30th. Who? Oh, you're talking about the twin sister's going to have him for that time? Hello?
Good evening, love.
Hello, how are you?
So, unfortunately, okay, I'm not going to give out details, but in the state of Michigan, they normally give the parents first choice of if they have a family member or family suggestion for the child to go to when they remove them.
Right.
The other thing is reunification is big in this state. So they're going with what was given, yes, could be a charge, but does not stop reunification. It's not a big enough charge to stop reunification here in the state of Michigan.
Well, potentially. I mean, I think that's with every state. That's with every time CPS removes a child, right? There's always first right of request. We always want to keep a child within the family, right? So do you have a family member that's able to keep the child? And that would be on a temp basis until they go through, make sure that there's no open cases, make sure their house is okay, et cetera, et cetera. Reunification is always the number one goal everywhere. But they have to do the steps in order for that to happen. And I pray and hope that they do.
That's where our state fails, Angie. I'll be honest with you, our state fails so much in that area because unfortunately, you can look it up in the statistics and everything in our state. Our state fails with making sure these parents go through the reunification process of counseling, parenting classes, all this. There's no follow-up. So they keep them for a short period of time, and then all of a sudden, boom, the child's back with them, and then next thing we hear is not something very good in our state.
Well, then I will have to stay on top of it, because what should happen is once the baby is removed, again, typically, if there is family that can keep them on an emergent basis, they will allow that to happen, and then they'll go through the proper channels. And then, if not, then a child goes into foster care. But a safety plan, or whatever it's called there, a plan will be done for each parent, and each parent has to oblige by those, safe plans, right? So whether it's anger management, therapy, drug and alcohol, whatever it is, and they have to do all of that stuff within the 18-month time period in order to get the child back, or the child could then be placed up for adoption.
I agree, but again, in our state, Angie, it's horrible here. It is very horrible, and the number of facilities and things here, resources per se, I mean, they're closing all over the state, and that just doesn't include our children. I mean, unfortunately, our mental health services here in our state are so bad it's not even funny. Like we have some mental health services and facilities closing down left and right, and what they're doing, oh, well, we'll take them to jail for a couple of days, and then they release these people back out into the public without getting them proper medication that they need, all this other stuff. I live in a very small rural town here in Michigan. I live outside of the big city limits, okay? Let's just say that. And in our town, there are so many homeless and so many people that need help but cannot get it. And most of them, unfortunately, are mentally ill people.
Yeah.
And the number of cases, just in one of the places that I go volunteer at, for children and stuff here in this rural little town, it's almost like blind justice. I don't know how else to put it. Like, I can't put that much information out. I know of children that have been detrimentally harmed and are placed right back into harm's way. And unfortunately, it's very sad.
Yeah. No, I get what you're I get what you're saying, and we'll have to play. It just tells me then that I need to keep an eye on it and not just close, not just not pay attention. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see something.
Celtic, you have known me a long time. Yes, Celtic. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I hate this system. Let me see.
I unfortunately for me, I don't have the strength anymore, Ange. Like, I am, as well as I do, my mental and because of my physical health and everything I'm going through.
Yeah.
I've stepped away from a lot of this stuff because it's not been good for me.
Right.
But unfortunately, like, every day I turn on the news and you're hearing something about something in this sorts, and it's just getting worse day in and day out. Like, I sent you a message not too long ago. Like, it's getting worse day in and day out. And I am keeping a very close eye on this case in particular. I was already told by somebody that you were involved. Let's just say that. Like, but my suggestion is, you have more pull than me. Please keep an eye on this case, because there is a long family history of things too. And I'm sure if the side gang digs a little more, they're going to find it.
Yeah. No, I will continue to keep searching. Yeah, I'm just sorry, I'm all over the place. But I am looking at she does have a new current court case. Remember the other day I was saying how it says due to current events or whatever, we couldn't get any information, blah blah blah, whatever. She does have a new current charge on there. After she bonded out,
should maybe pay. You know how you can do a background, you pay a little bit, you find out.
Yeah, I got all that.
It's not just on her.
No, I understand. I'm just giving an update from the stuff that I've dealt with. So since I sent it over, a charge was put on her. Is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. All
Um,
right. I'm going to hop down. I'm not feeling the greatest, but I did want to update you on what little bit I know.
okay. Thank you, love. I so appreciate you. Make sure you get some rest. Okay.
I am. Thank you, Ange.
Right, she had two charges before she was let out. Yeah, she has multiple, but she has a new one from the 20th. So, yeah. My nephew's parents were in jail and they testified against the rug supplier. Ooh. Yeah, that's crazy if they're not just going to follow through. And Jackie, we're talking about right now. We're talking about the J&J and Baby J. Um, Baby's been removed, and I just checked. There is an update, and it doesn't say what the new one is. I'm gonna have to go into a different system, which I will. I just hate doing it when I'm online and I have my head down and I'm not focused on you guys, or, I'm missing questions, whatever. But there is a new charge from the 19th or 20th or whatever when I sent the info over. Yeah, Scotia. Has anyone been following an aunt who took in sister's kids from? Are you talking about from the same one, Janelle, or what case are you talking about, love? That's very vague. And following just an aunt who took in sister's kids. I need more than that. But I'll check. Thank you, Tess. I needed that kiss.
Hi, love.
Hi, Scotia. How are you, love?
I'm so tired. Let's turn my camera on. Who wants to see my ugly face?
You're beautiful. Stop it.
I just want to say real quick that I have two nephews who are now teenagers and one's getting ready to graduate high school. They they didn't go through the state system because we have such a huge family that we would never in a million years let them ever deal with that.
Right.
And they have so many nieces, or they have so many aunts and uncles who would take such good care of those boys than rather let us see them go through the system.
Mm-hmm.
Never. And so when I remember taking care of one of my nephews when he was a baby, because his psycho, I'm not going to say her name because she also has TikTok and I don't want her seeing me talk about her.
Yeah, you don't
But
need
um
that.
and she chose, over her own kids. My brother ended up getting full custody of them. She was in and out of the J word. I don't know if I can say that. And she got charges for the D word and for stealing and all of the things. And my nephews felt like that's all she cared about. They felt like that she didn't care about them. So they grew up with not having a mom in their life. And so now, like me, well, I didn't do like I helped take care of them growing up, but then I have a sister who actually is taking care of them right now because my brother is.
Yeah.
And um and now the mom wants to try to take my sister to court to try to get my nephews to come live with her.
Oh, that should be interesting since you've had him for a while.
Okay. Your oldest kid is about to turn 18.
Yeah.
You have never been in their life. I mean, you have, but like they don't remember. They grew up without a mom. They grew up
Yeah.
with knowing they didn't have a mom, and
That's just at that point that it's just a waste of money. It's not going to happen. And at
it's not
their
even
age,
worth it. Like,
yeah,
and
at their age,
my
they have a
nephews,
say.
right? They're 17 and 16 years old,
Yeah.
and the oldest is a senior in high school, and I those two kids have gone through hell and back.
make sure to tell your sister to if she, let's just pretend that she does go all the way through and takes it to court, tell her to file for to have her pay for her legal fees. That may change it, because at 16 and 17 years old, the judge is not going to
Yeah,
account for
because
that.
my nephews would
Exactly.
rather be in my sister's care than someone else's care than that they have never known.
Right. Well, they shouldn't take him out of her care, but just the fact that she's now out all these years, now she's fighting for him, that makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
now she's changed. Yeah, she doesn't do the things she did when my two nephews were little, but now she's changed her life around and has another baby who just turned 2, and my
Yeah,
nephews look at
focus
that
on
like, you only care
yeah,
about that
focus
baby. You
on
never
not
cared
fucking
about
that one
us.
up. Yeah. Carrie asked, yeah, at that age, they don't need to go back and forth. That wasn't the one I was looking for.
Well, in the state
Okay.
of Virginia, they live in Virginia, so they are old enough to make their own decisions.
Yeah, that was the question I was getting to, is can they choose
Mhm.
at those ages? And typically, yes, they can choose. However,
I think it's
if
12 in
the
Virginia, but I could be wrong.
even if though a 12-year-old, whatever, doesn't matter what age they are, if they say yes, I want to go back to my mom, my dad, whatever, if that is not the best situation for them, the judge will still say no. Now if they've changed their life around, they've got everything together, because the judge is not going to agree for them to go back into a rug ridden, how, whatever the case may be, that's not going to happen. So they take
Yeah.
their consideration, and as long as everything's okay, and then typically what they'll do is they'll slowly start to add on time, especially if they haven't seen them in forever. Yeah, I think it's 12
Yeah.
in most places where they
Yeah.
have a thing.
And like also like when my mom was here, my parents took majority of the care of them because those are their grandkids and they didn't want nothing happening to them.
Yeah.
And I mean, my dad has 51 grandkids. So like, yeah,
Jesus.
I'm not joking. And
Hurt my heart. Shit, I got 6 and I'm struggling. 51. Oh my god.
yeah, there's 18 of us.
Ooh. Needs one more. So that way he has one for each week of the year. Somebody's got to give him one more. Come on,
It, al-
Spencer,
it,
you
al-
can
it,
do it.
no, it almost was me, and then I ended up dealing with that miscarriage. And don't worry, I wasn't faking it.
Yeah, not a braid.
No,
Not
it
a braid.
wasn't.
Yeah, that's a villager, exactly.
And so when my mom passed away, my nephews were heartbroken because that was the only mom that they knew growing up, pretty much.
Aw,
And
yeah.
and so yeah, I'm number 12. I am the
Wow.
last birth child that my mom birthed. She had me when she was 45.
45. Wow.
Yeah, and like all of us, all of my siblings have in between 3 and 7.
Wow.
So, yeah, he took my mom's death pretty hard, probably just as bad as us kids did. So,
With 15 siblings? Oh my god.
it's a lot. I mean, half of us were adopted, and half of my nieces and nephews are adopted as well. So,
That is craziness.
That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to interrupt your live.
Oh no, you're good, love. Thank you for coming up and sharing us.
Yeah. She was. Okay.
All right. Have a good day. Bye. I was going to say someone said I can't remember who it was now. I don't want to go all the way back up, but they said it's crazy how many kids have to go through this and how daunting that is. It's terrible. It is absolutely terrible how many kids have to go through the court systems, and then when they're put into a situation when they get of age or they have a GAL or whatever, someone to help them through, or have to go and speak to a judge. That's traumatizing for kids. As adults, a lot of us get anxiety just the thought of going, just the thought of going to court and having to talk. And even if you're not the one in trouble, imagine a child and then basically having to choose between mom and dad or whoever's been providing your care all these years and who gave you life. You know what I'm saying? It's traumatizing. It's very, very tough on kids, and I see it a lot, and it just blows my mind, especially when I see them on video or live stream and saying, well, you're almost 12, so I gotta take you back to your dad's now, but you're almost 12, then you can tell them that you want to live with me, so you'll get to live with me. And the kid's like, and leave my siblings? Yeah, you can do that. They'll get 12 eventually. You know, it's like, why are you even pushing that on them? It's extremely abusive. And sometimes I don't even think that they realize, or the elevator doesn't go all the way up. When you're talking to your kids about your court case, that is a huge negative on you. Your kids should never know anything about your court case. And I'm seeing it's just more and more and more. Hi, Bethy. More and more and more. Stop it with the fireworks. My daddy's favorite thing. Beth, you're so sweet, honey. Thank you. Thank you, love. What was I saying? That was so perfect. I love you too, honey. I can't wait to get into the stories of my dad. You guys will understand the whole firework thing. I got adopted by my aunt and uncle because my mom murdered my dad. What? Tiff. Now that's a story for Messy Monday. If you want to share. Only if you want to share. You do not have to, because that is a whole lot of wow. I grew up with divorced parents. Both talked about each other. To us kids, really messed up. You know what's funny? Well, this isn't funny at all. My father-in-law loved fireworks too. Listen, I'm gonna tell you all some stories about my dad's side of the family. That's why if you guys were with us on 4th of July, you see how crazy it gets, and that was a mild year. So my mom and dad, when we were growing up, not my dad never talked negative about my mom, ever. Thank you. My mom talked horribly about my dad and would say that he never fed us. And I'm like, yes, he did. He would buy us each our own half-gallon of ice cream to make this crazy ice cream sundae, knowing dang well we couldn't eat the whole thing. He didn't care. We went out to different restaurants. Like, he took good care of us. And then she was like, I would bring home pictures of us outside of a restaurant. My mom was like, she told the court, he just makes them pose in front of the restaurant, but then they don't go in there. I'm like, yes, we did. Like, I was a kid, so I was so blown away. Well, years later, I find out from my older brother that he was telling my mom all of that because he thought that was going to help her. So this whole time, my mom was truly believing we weren't eating, we weren't doing anything. He would just leave us home alone. He wouldn't take us to restaurant, whatever the case may be, because my brother felt that my mom was hurt by us being excited to go to my dad's house. And he thought that hurt her. So it was just crazy. So we found out later in life, and then after that, no, I had already had kids at this point. I had all 4 of my kids, so I was much older. But I was able to find him again, and after that, they were just fine with each other. He was there at every holiday, birthday, everything. They were fine around each other. They apologized. So, but yeah, it was crazy to think my brother at my childhood that much from me not getting to see my dad. Crazy. So yeah, parents really, we really do a number on our kids without even thinking about it. Me too, her. I saw this video and I want to play it. I'm going to have to find it again. It's a very old video. But there's a lady brings her child in, and she's like I don't know what her title is, like a therapist or whatever, right? And so the kid comes in and she's like, hi, buddy, how are you? Okay, hold on, Monique. Hold that thought because we're going to go into there because this is important because it leads right into that, right? She's like, hi, buddy, how are you? She's like, do you see my box? She's like, do you want to know what's in there? She's like, oh, there's all sorts of stuff. Right? So she's talking to the kid like that. The kid's eyes get big and he's like, yeah. And so he goes and he grabs something. She's like, a bumblebee. I can't remember what it is. I'm changing the words, I'm paraphrasing the words, but I'm giving you an idea, right? So this kid's so excited. She's like, a bumblebee. And he's like, whatever, right? So now somebody else comes in. And as soon as the person walks in, she's like, what is wrong with you? Why is my chair like this? She moves the chair and this kid's like 2, 3 years old, right? The kid's like that. And she was like, what's in that box? She's like, give it to me. Let me see what's in that box. Take something out. Let me see what's in the box. And who is Des? Do we know Des? Hold on. Let me check because I don't know who this is.
Corny.
Hello?
You want to battle?
Yeah, we can do a one and done.
Yeah.
But anyway, so hold on, I'm in the middle of telling a story. So this lady's like just so rude and disrespectful, right? She's like,
Okay.
give me the box, let me see the box, blah blah blah. And the kid
I want to
will
go live with
not
that one Lexus girl, but I don't know. I'll see what's
shut
up.
down. And then as soon as she
That
left,
icked me
the
out
kid
so
came
bad,
out,
y'all. He was so
right?
corny. He was talking about some throwback.
So
But I'd
it's
rather,
important to
like
know
I
that
said, I'd
that is
rather
the
choke him out some
thing
love
there.
than throwback. But that's embarrassing, bro. Why would I do that?
Thank you, Beth. You guys don't forget. We only, but I never battle. Like we'll do like once every week or whatever. So you guys never have to gift me, but I appreciate it. But isn't that crazy though to know that at that age? Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Grace. That at that age, like they're able to pick that up. Yeah, I did, guys. Wait, I paused. No, I just put them. I just muted it so I could finish my story. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you guys. You're good. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Bonus mission. I don't know what that is, what that means, but it just popped up. What does this mean? ×3 gifting points for reaching a target. Right? We were just talking about being respectful. The caterpillar. Oh, Betty, you had your surgery? 10 roses needed. Oh, reached. Thank you, guys. So what does that mean? Oh, now, after that, then the gifts are 3 times the points. We got it. Okay. Look at you guys teaching me. Hey, Hazel Eye Jill. Thank you, Alice. I love you guys too. Okay. Can be figuring, we won't do it all the time though. This will be like a one. What happened? Oh, it's over? Oh, it's over? Did you? Okay. Apparently she didn't like me. Oh my gosh. I was supposed to have a procedure today. And again. Oh no. Wait, why did she end it? What happened? I don't know. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, she quit. Oh, her was so mad. So angry. You guys, we won. Wait, do you guys know who she is? No, wait, are you guys serious? Because I was beating her, that's why she left? Hey, Ange, I just tagged you in a video. Okay, let me see. That's my girl. We always win. I've never seen him before either. I just remember hearing the name before, Des, but I guess there's probably a lot of Dez's. I don't know. No clue she's either, but that was rude though. She messed up my power-ups. I don't know what a power-up is. I don't know what that means. I think she hit the wrong button. Did she, Jen, or did she do it on purpose? I can't say that because I don't even know how the hell to get out of a battle. My glasses from Amazon. Isn't Santos' baby's mom? Oh, I don't know. Is it Des? She has 17,000 followers, but she is a nobody. Wait, is it looping for anyone else? No, yes. She didn't leave right away. Oh, good. No, okay. I don't know, maybe exit out and come back in? I don't know. Finally, I was doing a battle and starting to understand, and then bam, she leaves. Disrespectful. Okay. Who sent me a message that I need to see? You should dress up as her. Wait. Oh, is what she. Wait, what? Why am I struggling? You should dress as what was her name from Scooby. I'm so confused. It just went all crazy for me, and there's how weird. That's craziness. Oh, Velma. Oh, I could be Velma. Can I ask the CPS or the police follow up with you in regards to the report? Thank you. Yes. They can. I have spoke to them. But that doesn't mean that they will. So I have not got any updates since Sunday. Let me see if I can get this. Did you send it as a message or did you tag me? It's probably a mention. Let me see. Oh, you tagged me. Okay, got you. Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, we saw this one. We went over this one yesterday. Yeah, Velma. Well, no, for Halloween maybe, but for the day that we dress up as like a creator, I gotta figure out who I'm gonna dress up as. Oh, Beth, I don't know if you were in here yesterday. Principal came up with a genius idea to have whoever wants to dress up. Thank you, Janelle. To dress up as a creator, and then we have to dress like them and act like them and see if we can figure out who they are. Are you allowed to follow up on your own, or is it just a confidential thing? Once CPS is involved and the child's removed, there's nothing else that they would give me. Now, again, if I was still currently working for the state, right, and it was in my state, I would be able to get updates. But there's no reason. Once a child is removed, there's no reason for them to update me besides letting me know the child's been removed. If they choose to press any type of charges, and hey, Jasmine, I don't know. We haven't picked a date yet. We'll have to do it soon, though. If they choose to press charges and they need any further information, which I doubt they will because I sent them absolutely everything, they could reach out to me, or they could even potentially subpoena me since I was the one that made the complaint. Do I think that's going to happen? No. Is there a big creator that's only allowed to lay in bed on their right side? I know one. My Bethy Pooh. I'm trying to think of who would be really good. Who do you guys think would be good for me to dress up as? At first I was like, oh, Brie, because I could play her to a T, but then, no. Because then she'd be like, I told y'all that bitch was obsessed with me. I told you that old fat white bitch was obsessed with me. Look at her wanting to just play me on the internet. That bitch, no. I knew it. Oh, have a Stella. Come on. I would lose brain cells. Mama 2K would be fun. I don't know about Heffa. Do the Muma. Oh my god, I love her. You guys never have to apologize for being late at all. I'm just happy y'all are here. So welcome in love. That lady that sells the Temu knows. Oh my god, that would be fun. I think someone's gonna be her. If I had enough energy, I could do mop. Oh, you know, another one that would. Oh, please, I hope one of you guys is. Oh God, Ruby, no, please, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, help me. I was gonna say I can have all my grandkids come over, but no, I want to play her accurately. We never see the kids. What? Let me see. I don't know. We gotta figure it out. Yeah, no, we won't do Kira. I can do Ashley. You'll get a bed when you're 27. I don't know. Oh. Alexa, play Go to the Four Place. Oh, I forgot. You don't speak Spanish. Mop would be fun, but honey, I do not have. You can play mop, Jasmine. You play mop. I do not have the energy. I would break a hip. You know. Listen, Jasmine knows. We do all themed parties, okay? A lot of y'all know. Y'all have been invited. We go all out for theme parties. We stay in character. So if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. I do not have the energy for mop. Did you see Mop helping Katrina raise money for her drip? Stop it. I didn't. That's so sweet. Mop runs and jumps and chairs backwards. Yeah, I would hurt myself. Listen, Jasmine, yesterday we were being nosy bitches. And so we were over on TickLeak just being nosy bitches. And so we were looking up, like, you know, what people make or whatever. Mop made almost $24,000 just yesterday. Not like for the week or the month, just yesterday. What? Oh, Jasmine definitely will be joining. Absolutely. Yeah, I get scared of him hurting myself. I would be even more scared of me hurting myself, trying to act like him. Now, I could do the lady that called 2K when she was like, W, sit in the chat. She's a lady. I could do her. Mm-hmm. Right. I just need 5K. Oh, I'm about to start acting crazy on here so I can... Jasmine, legit. Listen, just put Jamal on. He'll be in his own natural habitat, just acting crazy. Jasmine, Jamal doing okay today? Sometimes he remembers, sometimes he doesn't. But today's my daddy's passing anniversary, so I like to check in on him. But I know he'll start crying, then I'll start crying if we talk to each other, so it's easier to go through you. Mom's made $51,000. Wait, Mom had a $51,000 day last week, I think. Hold on. Let's see how much he made today. Because, once again, I'm a nosy bitch. Okay, let's see. We're going to go to TickLeak. You don't have nothing on my $20, Mop. Mr. Underwater with somebody's daughter. I don't have a free daughter. Okay. Mop on the water. Let's see where he's at today. I'm going to keep up with this kid. Oh, it still says yesterday. So yesterday was 23,386. The 21st was 7,698. The 20th was $1,818. And the 19th was $11,498. So let me see. So that's 30, 40. So he made, in 4 days, he made about $45,000. That's crazy. Go back a little. I can't. I don't. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me see if it'll let me do it. It wants me to log in and do all that. I don't know how to do all that. Yeah. So we're just going to have to go the last 4 days. I bet he did. That would make sense, yeah, because he hit number 1. He had 10.3 million diamonds. And I know 1 million diamonds is $5,000. Oh, yeah, I don't want to pay. Listen, I'm not Mop. I'm not making $50,000 in 4 days, so I'm not paying. Valerie, we're talking about Mopsky. Mr. on the water with somebody's daughter. Who has baby W? Question, I'm obese. Let me go back up. Question, I'm having to call CPS on my child's father. What should I expect on my end? Well, first and foremost, write everything down before you even call them. Be clear, concise with what they are. Because when you call CPS, you speak to it's an intake specialist, right? But it's basically like triage. Like when you go to the emergency room, the first person you speak to is the triage nurse. That triage nurse determines it's a high emergency, you need to go back right away. You should be seen, you don't want to wait too long, but it doesn't have to go right now. Or you're asking to sit and wait for the 6 hours. Wait, you know what I'm saying? Or we're going to send you to urgent care, whatever. It's the same way with CPS. So you have to be very clear and concise, because whatever you tell that investigator, that is the information that's going to determine we're going to send it through investigation. We'll note it as an account, so it'll be a noted account, or we don't need to go any further. Those basically are the 3 options. So write everything down, be very clear and concise, use 2 or 3, because you don't have all day on there with them, right? Take 2 or 3 examples of whatever it is that you're trying to, what your biggest complaint is, or your biggest worry is. Make sure you have dates, any type of, evidence, photos, videos, whatever the case may be. And do that. Then once you go on, you may not hear anything back. I mean, you may, because it's your child, but they don't typically have to report back to you. She felt it was only fair to give him a chance to speak since. Wait, what are you guys talking about? What did her say? So nosy. You always be having conversations on your own, and I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? Dang, how far up did it go? Oh, I didn't know that's what happened. Thank you. Oh. You guys are deep in convo, and I have no clue. Just over here by myself. Yeah, don't add anything extra. Just speak straight fact. For instance, I'm going to give you a perfect example. When I called on this case, again, I had my book out. I wrote down exactly what I had, what I saw, etc. So when I called, a little bit different, right? Because I'm a mandated reporter. Called and I introduced myself, and I said I'm a mandated reporter from out of the state, but I'm calling regards to blah, 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 blah. She's like, okay, and what did you witness? And I said, I was sent a video where the mother, I used the actual words, right, that I can't see on here, and then smothered, right? The baby shook approximately 3 to 4 times on each time, right? All while stating different stuff in regards to the father. Your father, this is what he wants. This is what your father wants. You're getting this because this is what your dad wants. And then when she was doing the mouth, she stated, she's like, you think I'm fucking playing with you? You think I'm playing, right? So I explained all of that, because then it shows that it was because of an anger issue with somebody else. So she was taking the anger out on said child. And then I said I was then sent, these mother chuckers that can irritate me. Already muted, blocked. You guys are good. Then I explained to her, I said, while I was talking about this case, I was sent a screenshot of a DM correspondence between her and somebody else, and she stated, clear as day, her words, I have a plan. I'm going to take him out the minute I'm left alone with him. She's like, anything else? I'm like, I have no other information. I don't know them at all. Again, this is something that I seen online. So just, I was clear, concise, to the point. I added absolutely nothing. I didn't dig any further to get anything because I knew that was it. So best advice I can give. Besides the fact of, if you don't have to involve CPS, don't involve CPS. I don't know what's going on in your situation, so I'm not saying that, but when you call, because you're calling on the child's father, right? When you call CPS and it's regarding your child, that's still a mark for you put your child in the system, and it's still a mark basically in a sense against the child. So now let's say he turns around, he gets mad at something, and he calls on you for whatever reason. The child already has a point. And then you're also putting then the system, the government, whatever, in your parenting relationship style, whatever, for them to tell you what it is you can't do, how to do things, etc. Even though you're calling against them, it's going to affect you in a sense too. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you out of calling because I don't know the whole situation. You just asked about calling. That's the best advice I can give you. Any other questions? And then, if not, I'm going to move on. We're going to do a little bit about my dad, and then I'm going to go eat and go to bed early. Can they investigate the parent who makes the call against another parent? Wait, let me say that again. Can CPS investigate the parent who makes the call? So can they investigate me for making a call against my baby's dad? That's the complaint? Yes. No. Again, every CPS is different. And even within CPS, let's just say, like Angel was talking about how Michigan has the worst CPS case, right? History, whatever. You could still have a very good social worker in there, or a very, very bad one that's going to do what it is that they need to do. That's what I'm saying. When you call, when it's regarding your child, you're putting your child in the system. Angie, I sent the video of 2B compared to 2K. In this video, we get him laugh. We get him laugh for real. What? Let me just watch the video because I don't know what you're trying to say there, love. Oh, the video of, oh my gosh. If you guys not seen this video, absolutely had me cracking up the other day.
Guys, W sit in the chat.
Oh my god.
That's it. I quit TikTok. I want to thank all of you guys for the support over the last 5 years.
Oh my god.
That's goddamn enough. That's it. I'm just.
Oh my god.
Bro, so that's your exit. That's how you're quitting TikTok.
Oh my god. She is so funny.
I'm done, dude. That was it. I'm done. W said, I swear to God, that is the funniest shit.
But why does he look so much like Sid now? That's hilarious. Wait, what is her name? I have got to find her and follow her because she's hilarious. Oh, yeah. Let me go back, though, to the very beginning. Look at he looks so much like Sid, though. He said he's gonna be Sid for Halloween. Oh, his laugh and her laugh together, I just can't. It's so hilarious. Yeah, I've watched it so many times too. Thank you, Nikki. Now I have it. I have no idea who that is. Do you guys know who that is? As you see, I had already liked it because it's freaking hilarious. Oh, yes, her. Let's talk about it today. Oh, is that the Caucasian Arabian? Is that who that is? Oh my God, she's hilarious. Yes. Okay, you guys, are you guys down to talk about the David thing situation? Because I've been wanting to talk about it and we keep skipping. Are we good to talk about it? Can I have 1 minute to go pee? Oh, me too. I gotta find it. She's hilarious. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm gonna go pee, wash my hands. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. Let's get into I've been dying to talk about that. That was a terrible entrance. I have been wanting to talk about this so much since the day it came out. But so much has been going on and then it just kept getting, anyways. So, I'm going to start with a poll. Yes, Baby J was removed. Okay. Can't do nothing about my Glassmatics. It's too quiet. Why didn't she send us to the principal's office? Oh, I know I should have. I should have asked her to come up. I didn't even think about it. Okay, we're going to start with the poll. Do you think David did it? Red, yes. Blue, no. Do you think David did it? Red, yes. Blue, no. Red, yes. Blue, no. Red, yes. Blue, no. And we do understand that everybody is innocent until proven otherwise, right? So we fully, clearly know that. We're not just prosecuting. This is just our thoughts, just based off the information. I wanted to do this on the first day it happened because I had already came up with a conclusion of my way I thought happened. And I wanted to see if this changed. So red, yes. Blue, no. David is I guess a singer or something. He popped off on TikTok and then grew. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so it's 44-6. Okay. I want to start by stating this. I must have missed this one. Oh, well, listen, MG, you're about to buckle up, honey, because this is a story. I want to say yes and no, but the Tesla has cameras. Yeah. So I want to start by saying this. This is a this is a crazy case. So, trigger warning for people. Also, I want people to know that this is a safe space. Not everybody is always going to agree on things. And it's okay and it's great for people to have differences of opinion. And as long as they're stated respectfully. So if you're like, absolutely not, there's no way he did this. And someone else is like, no, he definitely did. We love that. We just, again, it just always has to, on both sides, has to be done. Has to be done respectfully, right? So I want everyone to be able to speak openly and freely in regards to this. So I'm going to give you a quick backstory rundown, and then we'll talk about all of the new stuff that has come up and go from there. So David is, I think he's like 21 years old right now, 21, 22, something like that, right? Early 20s. He got his rise to fame on TikTok by doing some music, and then he had some song pop off, and after that he's just been making music, and was just currently on tour, was at my home state, and that's where the tour ended. He canceled his tour. Now Celeste met him online, and they began hanging out, etc. He was 18. Yeah, he was 18, I believe, at the time. 17, 18, 19. She was 11 or 12. That was not a mistake. She was 11 or 12 years old. Matter of fact, she was found on her 15th birthday, and it had been about 3 years. So my number one question is, why is he not in jail? Not based off of the unaliving thus far. Based off of the fact that you had a missing 12-year-old and you have all of the evidence of her being with an adult. But we'll continue. We'll continue. Her parents apparently knew that they were friends, they were hanging out, etc. She went missing originally February 14th of 24, I believe. Then she came back. Then she was found missing again in April of 24. And then she came back. And then she went missing again in July of 24, and they've never seen her since the July of 2024. They have not seen or heard from her since. And I think that when I saw a video, the last verification from like Discord or any notes, anything, was from, I think, I could be wrong, but I think it was like August or September of 24 is the last anyone's heard from her. Yes, it's spelled D4VD. Monique, I think the same thing too. I think because there's pictures and evidence of him paying off her friends. He was up at the middle school parking lot paying off the friends to not say anything. Right? And why did the parents not do... I'm not parent bashing. I'm just saying, how did it get to where your 11 or 12-year-old is hanging out with an adult and traveling around? I think it was the manager or the other Celeste. Of which one? In the car? What do you mean? I have heard many times that people think her sister, Celeste's older sister, basically sold her. Yeah, she was reported. Yeah, she had an open excuse me, an open missing persons report. She was reported missing 3 times. Yeah. It is all going to unfold. Well, one of his biggest songs is called, you guys will tell me because I don't know, something about a homicide, romantic homicide or something like that. So I think it was his manager and second Celeste. Look at me remembering. So his biggest song was Romantic Homicide. And in the song Romantic Homicide, well, let's just pull it up. Hold on. Now, I'll show you guys some videos because they can explain it much better than me. Jeez, pipe down. Okay, well, let's start here with pictures that have been leaked of them. This is his song playing right now. It says, "In the back of my mind, you died. And I didn't even cry." What's the next? Not a single tear. Yeah, I heard that he had wrote the song much earlier, like in 2022. To me, to me that still doesn't matter. I feel like he wrote the song after he met her. Maybe he just didn't do it back then. And I don't think a coroner has yet to come out and say she's been deceased this long. When she was found, trigger warning, only parts of her were there. And she was so badly decomposed, they could not even tell if it was a boy, a girl, age, nothing. She was very badly decomposed. So I don't know how long she had been passed for. My thought process is he did it. And then before he went on tour is when the Tesla was sitting there for 3 weeks in the same area. They called, somebody in the neighborhood called and said, "Hey, this Tesla's been here for like 3 weeks. There's an odor coming from the car." The tow people came, picked it up. I don't know why the police didn't come at that point and check, but nonetheless, not my business. They took it to the tow yard. 2 days later, the tow yard called and said, "Hey, this car, there's something decomposing in the car smells." That's when they found the body. Yeah, she has the tattoo of "shh" on here. He also has that same tattoo, and she has David tattooed on her left hand to make it his to make it this obvious. Watch. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, how crazy though? Why is it in her car? Or sorry, why is it in his car? He's on tour. So that's kind of his like, I was on tour. That's my alibi. I don't know what you want me to tell you. And why, like, they were such close friends for a couple of years, right? So you find out, just asking, you find out that your bestie or whatever, right, was found unalived in your car while you're on tour. You just keep touring? I found that extremely, extremely suspicious. Why? Like, why would he have not stopped touring? Why would he have not wanted to go home immediately and say, "Listen, Tesla has a black box. Let me figure out how can we..." I mean, I don't know if they have outdoor, indoor cameras, whatever, but why would he not have said, what can I do? Here's my passwords. Let's figure out what the heck happened, because this is crazy. Nothing. You would think if you were innocent, you would be all over the... Right, I would think exactly. Why would he report the car stolen knowing she was in there? Wait, so did he report the car stolen or no? I think we also just have to realize some people don't give a fuck. Amen. They are fantasizing or gross thing. Yeah. No, it was never. That's what I would say. I never heard that it was reported stolen. Okay. So it was not reported stolen. He parked it. The 3 weeks that it was parked there is at, yes, 1 week before Wait, so it was reported stolen? I'm going to have to look it up because some people, half you guys saying yes, half you saying no. So it was parked for 3 weeks in the same neighborhood where he lives. And so the neighbor said they didn't say anything about it because they knew the car. They'd seen the car at the house. They didn't know why it was parked on the street where it was, but they knew that it belonged there because it was David's car. But then that's when they started smelling the odor, and that's when they called it in. Okay, let's pull it up. And I think, though, reporting it stolen would make sense because then it's easy to be like, well, I mean, I don't know. I reported it stolen. How would I know?
These coincidences were on full view as far back as October.
You know, how would I know what happened? Like, I reported the car stolen. I was on tour. I would have no idea what happened to my car. But you truly can't steal a Tesla. Yeah, I don't know enough about Teslas. But I've heard that, and I've heard that everything is recorded. The car was also moving in those weeks. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, let's see what Ashley Banfield has to say. We'll watch a few videos of this. This one says, this is unbelievable. The coincidences are piling up. Not only was Celeste 12 years old when she first started dating someone named David, but singer David may have even more serious explaining to do. Watch Banfield, blah, blah. Okay.
We know these coincidences were on full view as far back as October of 2022 when Celeste Rivas Hernandez was just 12. Let me repeat, 12 years old. At that time, David, the singer, was 17 and taking part in a group chat with his fans on Discord. And in the chat, he wrote, "Celeste in here?" To which someone named Celeste replied, "Hi, David, bark." The two seemed familiar with each other, which means if this really was Celeste Rivas Hernandez in the chat, whose birthday was September 7th, they may have actually connected when she was only 11. Fast forward, December 2023, a demo of a love song by David leaks out online, and the name of the demo song is Celeste. Days later, on January 11th, 2024, David appears on a live stream with a girl who looks an awful lot like Celeste Rivas Hernandez. The girl tells him, "We need to delete this." David tells the moderators, quote, "Mods, can we delete all vids? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream too?"
Ooh.
The following month, February 2024, Celeste Rivas Hernandez goes missing for the first time before returning home. February 26, 2024, David posts something on TikTok and another user comments, and I quote, "Waiting for LAPD to get your ass for messing with a 13-year-old girl." A month later, March 28th, 2024, David's fans discuss rumors that he's dating someone, and one of the fans writes, "Yeah, her name is Celeste." April 5th, 2024, Celeste Rivas Hernandez is reported missing. Her brother says she was going to the movies that day with someone named David. Almost 3 months later, June 27th, 2024, David reposts a TikTok video of someone chopping up meat. The caption reads, quote, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes." Skip ahead to February 2025.
What
the music video
heck?
for David's song One More Dance is released, and it features a body being dragged and put into the trunk of a car.
Stop it.
David plays both the killer and the victim in the video. 1 month later, March 2025, David releases his Withered album. 5 months later, August 5th, 2025, David starts his world tour. And 1 month later, on September 3rd, 2025, neighbors in the Hollywood Hills, near to where David had been staying, noticed the singer's Tesla abandoned on the side of the road. 3 days later, September 6th, the car is towed to an impound lot. The very next day, September 7th, is Celeste's 15th birthday. But one day after that, September 8th, workers at the impound lot call police because of a terrible stench coming from the Tesla that had just been towed there. Police open the trunk and discover the badly decomposed remains of Celeste Riva Hernandez. We know these coincidences were on full view.
Okay. That's crazy. Now, I didn't know about a couple of those different things. I think that's both of them. Okay,
I have another question for the guys behind you, okay?
Let me type in the. So I'm only getting that from David and Celeste from.
I am surprised there hasn't been an arrest yet, and I wanted to know if you are.
Well, they're taking their time.
She goes over, he reported stolen on a Saturday night. Yeah, I'm with you, Melanie. Too many coincidences, and I personally don't believe in coincidences. The news reporter girl is on the case. I didn't realize she is still in my... Yeah. Carrie knows a lot. She took the biggest deep dive into this. Carrie is always on it. Okay, let's watch a few more of the videos from here and see.
Ashley, which is exactly what they should be doing. And there's a lot to untangle here, and it's important to remember...
now, hold on.
He's presumed in.
They're talking about he's not arrested yet. I agree with not arresting him yet for the unaliving. There is more than enough evidence to prove he was with a minor. Thank you, love. I just don't grasp why. My dad was a detective, 36 years in law enforcement. There's so much things as yeah.
Innocent, right? And we know, based on past history, there are juries in LA that will entertain absolutely insane defense theories. So they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's, and they're being methodical, which is exactly what they should be doing. And I anticipate it's going to be a little while. Okay, so there are a multitude of potential crimes, as you just hit on. Number one, a 13-year-old there's a line under California law for any sexual contact. And again, it's speculative at this point. We don't know. The information hasn't come out. But there's a big line between 13 and 14. 13 is 288A of the California Penal Code, which is essentially any lewd contact with a minor, 13 or under. So that's a big deal. 14 also, it's 288C. So depending on just the nature of the relationship itself, before we even get to the homicide, he's being investigated right now. And apparently they went in
how am I supposed to know which one is from Saturday night, though?
Coming out of that house were things like computers.
Hold on. I don't have a way to know which one's from Saturday Night Love.
And tablets, and that's exactly what they should be looking for.
Celeste's birthday.
Try this.
The 15th birthday.
Hold on. Let me see if I can try to figure this out. I mean, there's literally so much. What's one?
Hey, just prepping for the show
Oh,
tonight.
that's 722. What's this?
Guys, I'm just prepping for my show, and
That's 99.
Charles, this story seems to really...
5 days ago. Hold on, I gotta figure out even when Saturday. Oh my God, you guys be killing me. Okay. 1, 2. So Saturday was 3 days ago. Let me go back.
Hey, everybody, it's Ashley Banfield in my studio.
That's 4 days ago.
Some breaking news I wanted to get you to... Okay, this is crazy.
That's 4 days ago.
I'm in the pool area.
Okay, we're gonna watch this. This is from 4 days ago.
Because it's Parents
We're gonna watch
Weekend
this one
in
first.
Indiana, and I have to update you on the David story, but my husband's sleeping, so I just had to find a place, and this is the only place where nobody was hanging out. Okay, so here are the
Okay,
things
Alexa.
that's happened today. Actually, a lot has happened today. So first of all, his American tour is canceled. Done. He's not doing any more dates here in America. He still has dates on the books in Europe, but 2 of them in France have been canceled. And it's probably not likely that he's going to continue the tour in Europe either, because if he's under investigation for a homicide, he'll probably not be allowed to leave the country. If he's arrested, certainly won't be allowed to leave the country. Also, some streaming video has surfaced of him
Alexa.
and Celeste together.
Congratulations, love.
Doesn't show a romantic relationship, but it certainly shows them together. So the connection is definitely there. Then some Discord messages surfaced, and TMZ's been doing some amazing coverage of it. But the Discord messages are disturbing because David kind of shows that he has like a
Okay, Carrie, I'll get to that one
gore.
next.
He really likes gore. We all know what happened to Celeste. She was mutilated, dismembered, and put in the trunk of a Tesla where she decomposed so badly that it was hard to identify her. Also in the Discord messages, some texts again that have surfaced from Celeste, apparently to David, saying, "I'm so mad at my parents. They won't let me come out and see you perform." And David responds, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." Again, not confirmed that these are their texts, but this is reporting that has now come out. TMZ's been at the lead of doing a lot of this
Interesting.
reporting. His last Instagram, this is really upsetting, was September 7th. And it was a promotion, right? To say, my re-release of a special version of Withered, his album that dropped last spring, is coming out like today. That was her birthday. That was her 15th birthday, which she more than likely did not make it because she was so badly decomposed when they...
I do remember hearing something about this too. So he dropped that on her birthday, on her 15th birthday, whatever. And on her 14th birthday and her 13th birthday, I think he dropped a song or something. He did something specific on her birthday each year. Okay.
Oh my God, I am back in the pool area.
So this is 4 days ago.
First
That's
two-seater.
about the teacher. This is 3 days ago. Figuring out how to... Okay.
Far back as October.
That's all there. That's all there is. Carrie, you're gonna have to send it to me because this is tailgating, and this is about the teacher. So I don't know which one you're talking about. That's all there is.
After her birthday, she...
Is the ones in the pool and the teacher. Yeah, I can't. I don't know.
Was the day before her body was...
Let me look here. Hold on.
We know these...
Something about
Here's her...
TMZ.
Celeste, what happened today with the house?
I know this one where TMZ's involved. That's 5 days ago. You had me looking through. Y'all be killing me. I swear you guys just like to see if you can stress me out. I went right past it because you said it was 3 days ago. Okay, here we go. David's home raided by police looking for flooded evidence. Here we go. We'll watch this one and then we'll talk and then we'll do my dad's stuff and then I gotta go to bed. I'm beat.
Where David had been staying. Tell me about that.
Yeah, this house where David had been staying at least earlier this year, probably even further back. Police had a search warrant. They got a search warrant and they finally went through the house last night. We got some information about what they were looking for there. We know that there were photos of detectives leaving the house with a computer and then several other bags of evidence bags. We don't know exactly what they pulled out of there. We know what they were looking for, and it is very clear that they are trying to connect the victim, Celeste Rivas Hernandez, to that home and obviously to David also. We should say the home is about a block and a half away from where David's Tesla was parked when it was towed to an impound yard.
Okay, that's important. The proximity between this home that was investigated and searched and where the Tesla was found. That's key. I have seen reporting that neighbors had seen a Tesla parked outside that home.
Yeah, that very Tesla. We've spoken to several neighbors who said that the Tesla with the Texas plates, which is what makes it stand out here in LA, a black Tesla with those Texas plates. You know, it was registered to David, who's from the Houston area. So we know that that Tesla is his. The thing that's still not clear is who was actually driving the Tesla when the body was placed in the car,
Right.
Who parked it, where it was eventually found and impounded. Those are the dots that still need to be connected here. But as for this house, it's very clear that this is where David was staying. There are lots of photos that he posted from that home. You know, he entertained people there. Benny Blanco came over and he posted some photos with him. The group Cat's Eye was there. They recorded a video with David, like a TikTok video with David in that house. So this is where he apparently was staying and clearly entertaining friends and, you know, posting content from that home. So the one thing we have not seen is a video of Celeste or photos of Celeste in that house. Now, other photos have surfaced showing, it seems pretty clear at this point that David and Celeste had a relationship.
Then there's another singer. There's another song that I find disturbing. It's 2022, and it's called Romantic Homicide.
It is
and
one
there's
of-
some lyrics there that are disturbing.
It is actually one of his biggest hits. If you look up David's songs on a streaming platform, Romantic Homicide is usually near the top, if not the top song. And some of the lyrics from that song, he says, "In the back of my mind, I killed you, and I didn't even regret it. I can't believe I said it, but it's true. I hate you."
Important
again,
to say, no mention of the name Celeste here.
No
and
mention
if
of
I'm
Celeste in there.
doing the math, correct me if I'm wrong, she'd be 12 in 2022.
Yeah, we don't know when they first, you know, met, when their friendship or whatever it was began. But obviously there are a lot of images now of them together. They had some sort of relationship. And
No, I'm
now,
watching it on TikTok. Well, I'm not going to go. We'll have to do that another day. It's getting too late for that. We'll just do our introduction to David. To be honest, and this is just my opinion, so it doesn't really matter. I don't really care if the car was reported stolen or not. To me, that's going to give me... That changes absolutely nothing to me. I think that would have been the most logical thing that somebody would do that is in this situation. Oh, my car's reported stolen. Even though it was found right out, you know, a block from his house or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's acting all of his songs. And then, too, I tried to mention the other day the video where he's cleaning the shoes. And one of them was a pair of Hello Kitty Crocs or whatever that she was reported missing. Everyone's like, no, that wasn't those. Then it comes out, in fact, there is a video of him cleaning Hello Kitty Crocs. So, I don't know. It's getting late, so we can definitely tomorrow, let's start our day talking about David. Just don't let me forget. It's a key point is all. Oh, absolutely. Oh, I agree with you. Lots of other key points. I just look at everything. No, I fully agree with you on that. I do think it's a key point. I just feel like, I don't know, I think when I think about things, I always think like, well, if I did this, I would probably report my car stolen as well. Because that way I can say, I reported it stolen before it happened. I was on tour, so I have an alibi. So I don't know. But then I also hear about Teslas having cameras all over. Like, how would that happen? And someone said in here, too, I missed it because I was trying to peek the comments while I was playing it, where they said it's almost near impossible to steal a Tesla. So that's interesting, too, how that plays a role. Now, if that's true or not, I don't know. I would never have a Tesla, so I don't know. But I think those are all things for us to think about. How long do you guys think it'll be before he gets picked up? It can also be moved by an app. Wait, the car? What do you mean? The car can be moved by an app? What? Don't Teslas have camera? That's what I said, Jess. I was like, wait a minute. I thought it was recording inside it. Wait, how do you record? Wait, what? How can you move it from a car? You can move the car from an app, or you can give somebody else permission to drive it somewhere else. Autopilot. Oh God, I forgot about damn autopilot. Shit. I'm getting old. I'll be damned. Listen, if I ever call an Uber and a car rolls up with no one driving, what's that? Cancel trip. Cancel. Cancel. Cancel it. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Crazy. Yes, you don't even have. That is nuts. Nope. 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 Can't do that. Waymo car. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Read my last comment. The air conditioning running would have slowed decomp too. Yeah, if it was, are you able to run it all the time? Teslas also run the air conditioner to keep the inside cool on hot days, which make, oh. Wait, so even if you're not in it, you're not running it, just your air conditioner just turns on? No, that's my kind of car. That's interesting. Yeah, I still think them finding it too close to his house. Like, who's gonna steal a car and then leave it the same block of his house? And it was moved several times. See, that's what I heard real bad. You guys, Batman's in here. Oh my God. Is Robin here too? I've always wanted to meet Batman. It's my honor that you're here. Welcome. Batman! Sorry, I had to get it out. Couldn't control myself. That's nuts if it's been moved several times. Yeah, I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. So let's all do some deep diving. And let's come back tomorrow. I had to get it out. I couldn't hold myself. And let's come back tomorrow and talk about it. Well. Okay. All right, so for the last few minutes, you guys don't have to say if you guys don't want to. I just want to share a few things with you guys about my dad. Hello, my son. My son had called me Mom, the real Batman. Oh, I love it. I used to call Dad my hero, too. I was like, Daddy, you are my real hero. You are my Superman, my Spider-Man, my Iron Man, whatever. His neighbor said the dogs were going crazy over that car.
So trying to connect those dots as well.
I hate when this damn thing just starts talking. Yeah. Hey, Sonia. Share my message to you with Trey, please, ma'am. Oh, did you send me a message? Okay, I will. It wouldn't let me send to you. Okay. Remind me tomorrow and we'll go into it because I want to end and take just a few minutes. If you guys, please feel free to leave if you guys want to. I just want to share just a little bit with you guys about my dad, if you could. But again, you guys feel free to leave. I love you so much. I will see you guys tomorrow. If you want to stay, that is amazing. So like I said, my dad was mostly deaf. He was the funniest guy you would ever meet. Him and Jamal were like two peas in a pod. My dad and Jamal were connected for real. And he made a point, no matter what was going on. So I had to put my dad in a nursing home at 54 years old because of his heart condition. And that was really, really hard to do. So whenever he would show up at games or whatever, he would have to come in the big, those little buses they have for the elderly people. So he would come in those. My dog would know. He would run circles around the thing till my dad came out. Dang it, hold on. It's still it's uploading these for some random reason. I want to share a couple of videos with you and photos. But it's uploading. Why is it uploading? Well, anyway, so I'll tell you a story while this is uploading. So Jamal's just like my dad. I grew up with my dad and my uncles on my dad's side. They used to make their own fireworks, okay? We're like huge into 4th of July fireworks. So my dad's now on oxygen at this point, right? And I said, Daddy, you are not to light off any fireworks because you're on oxygen. You understand? Do you know what can happen? You're on oxygen, Dad. No fireworks. He's like, no problem, honey. I won't light off. No fireworks. I'm like, okay, is there anything I can get you? Yeah, he gives me a list. I should have known right that moment him and Jamal were up to something because I got a list. Typically like, nah, I am. Or just a Diet Coke, or can you grab me a sandwich, or, you know, something like that. No, I had a list. A list. I come out. Well, I'm inside getting lists. I hear, I come running out, and here's my dad in his electronic little, he wasn't in a wheelchair, but you know, like the little, you have the seat and the motorized, he's in that oxygen tank, right? I see smoke billowing from my dad's chair. I'm like, Daddy! Daddy! Are you okay? He goes, he's like, smoke coming out his ears everywhere. And he's like, that was fucking amazing. Do you see that? And I'm like, what happened? And Jamal's like, and I'm like, Meow! And he's like, Grandpa said. He gave my dad a 500 pack of firecrackers. We always started. The first thing was firecrackers. Well, my dad was trying to hurry because he knew my ass was coming back. He lit the wrong end. So instead of where they have the big fuse, he lit the wrong end. It exploded all over his lap. He holds his hand up. His fingers, looks like he took his hand and put it on a barbecue grill. Burnt. Mind you, this whole time I'm yelling at him and Jamal, smoke is still coming from his lap, from the chair, right? I'm like, oh my God. I said, I gotta go. I gotta get you burn cream. I run in to go get. I said, I swear to God, don't touch another fucking thing. They're never letting you out of the home with me again. I go right in the house. I get the burn cream. I get a towel. I get some ice. Whatever, right? Pew, 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 pew. My dad's lighting off freaking bottle rockets. Bottle rockets. Jamal! Fucking Jamal. Oh my God. I said, Dad, I am not playing. Look at, you got your seat is up because, you know, his legs up. Your seat is burnt. Look at your feet where the little black plastic where he puts his feet is all gray. It's all burnt up. And I said, are you hurt anywhere else? He's like, I am, but it'll be okay. I'm like, Daddy, where are you hurt at? He's like, oh wait, how do I say this? Just my peanuts. He's like, but that's okay, honey. The nurses will have to rub cream on it when I get home. Pew! Pew! Lights off another one. Me standing right fucking there. He's like, this is the best 4th of July ever. Dad, Jamal, get out of here. I was so mad. Y'all, when he passed, and I had to, why is this taking so long to upload? When he passed and I had to sell his thing, I had to explain that people came to buy his motorized wheelchair. They're like, what are these marks right here? I'm like, let me tell you. Just give me a minute. It was crazy. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to forward them over because you guys just have to see this one video and then I'll let you go. But it was a mess. Hold on 1 minute. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to forward them over because you guys just have to see this one video and then I'll let you go. But it was a mess. Hold on 1 minute. It was a mess. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, let's see if it'll come by fast. Listen, he was legit living his best life. This one is so hard to... Oh, I can't even show that because I would show absolutely everything. Wait, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I wanted to show you this little picture of him and a little baby Jamal. I don't know why. I'll probably have to show you guys another day. That makes me so sad. I really wanted to show you guys this. Okay, so I'll just tell you. But he was... Remember I told you guys he was like really slow to like communicate. He had to really like process. Again, my dad also had really severe depression. He was the one that was telling you that had to have his brain like zapped back into like a normal rhythm. He never let it stop him though. He was amazing. So every year we'd go buy our fireworks, we'd come back and my dad always told me, you gotta get him to duck under the counter to get the big shit. You know, we're getting like half sticks of dynamite, like the big stuff, right? And so my older brother, Brian, came home one time and he's like, Pops, look what I got. It was a shittin' chicken. It's like a dollar thing and it just barely like rolls across the thing. So we kept cracking jokes that. Well, somehow Jamal was able to get these guys to sell him this big cake thing that had 15 amenities in it. And it like shot up. It was loud as shit. And that's a video that I really want to show you because watching Jamal, like so proud, take that to my dad and show my dad. First of all, my dad just stops talking. He's just like, and he is just investigating the whole thing. And he was just so proud. And I'm like, what do you think about that, Dad? And he just didn't even talk. And Jamal and I laughing like shit. He's still into it. And then Jamal's like, you like it, Grandpa? And he's like, ugh. He's like, you know, you made me so proud. He's like, you really listened to everything that I taught you. Fireworks is an important thing. 4th of July, you got to get the good stuff. And he's like, all my years of pouring into you. He's like, you listened. He's like, you got it. You made me proud. He brings me a shittin' chicken and you bring me some Glam 80s. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go blow shit up, kid. And it just, every time I watch that video, I searched for like an hour today to find that video to show you guys, and I still can't even show you. But it just, man, it was just amazing. So I just really wanted to share that with. I'm trying to keep it together. I just wanted to come on and share a little bit of, you know, my crazy family with y'all. You get to see all the ones that are still here, but my mom and dad passing has definitely taken a, thank you, Rachel, definitely taken a toll. Definitely a daddy's girl. And him and Jamal were very, very, very close. Very close. And yeah, so eventually I'll be able to show those videos. But I thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys so much for, you guys didn't have to stay on here and listen to that. He always said he always wanted to see his name in lights. And even though he was in a nursing home, that man made it to every baseball game he could. Tajane, like I said, she was a competitive gymnast and she was damn good. She was an 8-time state champ and a 3-time national champ. I love you guys too. And when my daddy got to go to the first gymnastics thing and to see our last name in lights in first place, I mean, he was so proud. Like, that was probably one of his most proud moments. And then last story, and then I'll go. When our first Joe's here. Our first gender reveal we ever did was for Ava. And it was beautiful. We had this whole beautiful setup, and we're down by the water, and I take my dad, wheel him down to the water. And he's older, so he, you know, we didn't used to do gender reveals even when I was having kids. Sure shit, not when he was having kids, right? And so we go down there, and I didn't want it just to be like 1 or 2, you know, little confetti things. So we had like 20 people around her that popped off the confetti. And I wasn't one of them because I wanted to record it. So I recorded it. I'm screaming. Everyone's screaming. And my dad is just sitting there in his wheelchair like this. The fuck? And he just keeps saying that over and over. I'm like, Daddy, can you believe it? He was like, no, I can't. And I'm like, are you excited? It's a girl. And he's like, what is? I said, Tajanay's baby. He's like, she's having a baby? I'm like, yes, Dad, that's why we're here. He's like, this is a mess. Who's cleaning this up? I said, I will, Dad. I said, do you have any clue what's going on? He's like, I have no idea. I was eating some really good food. You just start pushing me down here. Y'all made a mess and screaming. I have no clue what's going on. I said, well, you just found out you're having a great-granddaughter. He says, oh, okay. Can you take me back to the food? And who's cleaning this mess up? Like, he was so like... It's just, that was just my dad all of the time. If you've ever seen that movie Uncle, or Weekend at Bernie's, that's what it was, Weekend at Bernie's.